So speaking of hackneyed universe rewrites, let's talk a little bit about The Flash.
Okay.
Because there was this thing on CBR, just preface it by saying, this is rumor status at the moment. So it said somebody with a blog was visiting the set of The Flash, and they happened to come across a script in which the title of the episode was Godspeed.
Okay.
And that this was further corroborated by, I don't know, other leaks or something from set photos. But after recording this episode, I just realized that it's literally just the name of the next episode of The Flash. But bear with me as I give my theory on how it could be the plot of the next season, Season 6. So, what is Godspeed? So, this was after Rebirth happened. Something happened in The Flash where there was a Speed Force storm. Kind of like at the end of Season 3 of The Flash that happened before he closed it up. Where a whole bunch of people were getting struck by lightning, and so a whole bunch of people were getting Speed Force powers. And one of them that happens to get struck is Barry's detective partner or something like that. Some guy he knew well on the police force. And so, since there's all these people that are running around and all over the place, what the Flash does is he opens up a school to teach people how to use their newfound speed powers. And so all of these people are all, basically becoming new Flashes and stuff. But of course, one emerges with not so good intentions. Turns out there's this new guy running around who calls himself Godspeed. And basically he's just like another reverse Flash, but he isn't using a negative speed force. So as it turns out, the identity of this Godspeed was, in fact, Barry's friend at the police force. And what he was doing was going around and essentially killing every single person who had the speed force and siphoning their speed so that he could get faster and faster. So anyway, what eventually ends up happening is Barry has to team up with Wally, and together they reabsorb the speed from the remaining people who are left alive at his speed school, and then they take on Godspeed at the same time, and I think they either strip Godspeed of his speed, or he explodes in a bunch of lightning or something like that. So that could potentially be the plot of a Season 6 of The Flash, which, going forward, again, another speedster. Yeah, but how interesting has Thinker, or what the hell is his name been?
Cicada.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think that would be a mildly interesting plot if it was somebody that Barry knew and not just some kind of secret sworn enemy who's, I just want my speed, or I want to watch you suffer, Flash. This is more just a guy who's out for his own personal gain and friends with the Flash secretly. But you know what? After playing this back to myself while editing it, I realized just how stupid I sound, because that's exactly the same plot as Seasons 1 and 2 and almost 3. But moving on.
Yeah, I will say, I actually did really like the Thinker for most of that season, most of Season 4. It was really just up until his final few appearances when they revealed what his actual master plan was. That was just absurd. That is what turned me off the character. And Cicada, he's just cartoonishly evil, I feel like that's just intentional,
I'm gonna kill you all now, and you're all going to die. Right here. Oh, I lost them flying away.
Yeah. So what bugs me about Cicada, actually, is that...
Bugs you about Cicada?
Yeah, that was unintentional, but... Yeah. What really bothers me about Cicada is, first of all, his power set is completely undefined. We have no idea what he's actually got going on, besides the fact that he shuts down powers, but he also seems to be, super strong and somehow able to, keep up. He's somehow able to take down this entire team, even though, Caitlin Snow, Killer Frost, is completely immune to this whole... the fact that she's able to stand up to him and is unaffected by his whole thing is, they should have won by now. They should have been able to stop him a while back.
I mean, she literally has multiple times frozen him to a wall. It's like, hello, get him, stick him in the whatchamacallit, the meta
power
prison.
dampener.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, and now they brought on the second Cicada. I don't know if you've been keeping up with it.
It's his daughter.
Episodes. Yeah, well, niece, but yeah. Yeah, no, it was so freaking obvious that it was going to be her.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what really bugged me. And yeah, I mean, the whole speedster thing is a little played out. Based on what I initially read about Godspeed, it sounded a lot like Savitar to me. just, in terms of, like, we wouldn't know exactly who it is, but we knew it would probably be someone that Barry knew, and that, it's just the whole speedster thing is, I think, really played out. I feel like they need to move on.
Well, it wouldn't be as poor of an explanation as Savitar, though.
Yeah.
And in this case, it wouldn't be just two people who have speed. It would be like everyone in the city.
Yeah. Well, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's just a weird plotline. But that's the other thing that just sort of bugs me. Like, I feel like if they do go the Godspeed route, they're going to have him try to take Barry's powers or, something like that.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's
just
standard.
Try to depower him for a few episodes just to see what that whole dynamic is. But, I don't know. I'm just sick of the whole speedster thing. Like, they got to make Barry the only one.